if you want to, so we got the corner.
Go away from him. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, close to some light. That works out well. Okay, is it Watling?
Yes.
Okay, I'm with Dr. Watling, who was speaking today at the Australian egg meeting. And Dr. Watling, fascinating presentation on some of the traceability technology, just at a very high level. Can you explain to me how that works and what it will enable you to do with food of all types?
Well, essentially what is happening is that living organisms acquire from their environment and their foodstuffs, the air that they breathe, the water that they drink, as well as these foodstuffs, trace element and isotopic signatures from the metals that they ingest. Concentrations of these metals vary from obviously percentages for some of the more common nutrients and common requirements, sodium and potassium elements like this, down to parts per billion or parts per trillion levels of contaminant elements in the environment that we live in. Every single person, every human being has every single trace element or every single element in the periodic table in their bodies. So does every animal, so does every plant, but in different proportions relative to their metabolic processes, their source of food and how they uptake it. Now, on the basis of this, what we're able to do is look at the inter-element relationships of these elements, and we use about 80 elements to do this, and when we go on to the isotopes, we use carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen isotopes to do this as well. And the interrelationship of those is unique for a particular organism, or plant, animal, in a particular environment.
So essentially then you would be able to trace a single egg or a piece of pork from where to where?
Absolutely, that's exactly what we've done. We have a major program with pork at the moment doing exactly that, traceability back to kill lot for pork. And the eggs, although we're just starting with the eggs, we've done one major survey at the moment. A follow-up survey now is designed to do exactly the same as we do for pork, for eggs. A little bit more in terms of eggs, in that we're looking for free-range, barn and caged eggs differentiation as well.
And what role do you see this technology potentially playing in assuring consumers and providing consumers confidence in their food supply?
I think it does a number of things. I think what it does is, we are in a society that imports food from all over the world, and it imports that food from all over, throughout time, all of the time. You can get just about everything on your shelves. The problem is that specific foodstuffs have a certain markup, they have a certain aura in the marketplace, and it's very easy for people to then substitute their product for this higher grade product. I mentioned in my talk about Darjeeling tea, for example. It's easy to say that these are tea leaves. Let's call them Darjeeling because we can charge 5 times as much. The same is with lots of other pork produce. Parma hams, for example, you can substitute into that and get an extra price. It does two things. It allows the people that are actually making these products, growing these products, producing these products, to be absolutely certain that their products will not be substituted. And it allows the consumer that buys these products absolute certainty that what they're buying is what they think they're buying. It overcomes paper trails because paper trails can be forged. The chemical fingerprints in foodstuffs cannot be forged. And when I talk about chemical fingerprints, we're not talking about high concentrations. We're talking about concentrations that are literally in parts per billion. That's 1 part in 10 to the 9 parts of something else. 1,000 million times less than the major components. To parts per trillion, 1,000 times less than that. These are tiny contaminants, tiny things that are picked up from the environment that actually allow you to be able to say, yes, I do know that this comes from there. It'll keep the food producers honest. It will keep the consumers in a good knowledge that they can, in fact, buy what they think they're buying and have the benefits from having that product and knowing that that product is genuine.
Thank you.
Is that okay?
Terrific.